Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I'm finally back after 2 weeks of not posting on YouTube. I haven't really been filming. I'm so sorry. I've been getting kind of lazy. Well, not really. I'm in treatment plan season, and other BCBAs or anybody in the ABA field understands how difficult and how time consuming treatment plans can truly be. So I'm so sorry, but I'm back. I'm still in treatment plan season, but I'm finding time to make videos happen because honestly, I love making YouTube videos and I hope that you enjoy them too. In today's video, we're going to be discussing how I create treatment programs as a board certified behavior analyst. So a lot of people, honestly, in school, they don't really show you like this is how you create programs. This is what you're supposed to do. Like, you honestly in school learn the basic foundational knowledge of our science of behavior analysis, but they don't teach you really how to be a BCBA, if that makes sense. You are going to get like experience working with kids and creating programs and doing FBAs and things like that when you're actually working with the client. So I thought this video would be helpful for anybody who is a relatively new BCBA like myself, and to help you understand how to create some programs for the clients that you will see. So let's get right into it. So now that I'm situated, I am now ready to discuss how I create programs. And basically, there's like 3 main ways that I do to create programs. And we're going to start off with the first one, which is standardized assessments. So a lot of BCBAs, I've heard a lot of differing opinions on the standardized assessments. Honestly, I have some opinions on them, but I do think that they are a very good tool to help you create programs. It is not the end all be all. You don't have to just get programs from the assessments, and that's why we'll discuss the other 2 options that I have. But I do think that it is a really good guide to help you create some programs for the kids. There are a variety of different standardized assessments depending on age range and things like that. So the ones that have used in the past are VB-MAP, ABLES, AFLS, and PEAK. Those are the 4 that the 3 I'm mainly comfortable with is AFLS, VB-MAP, and ABLES. Those are the 3 that I know how to use. PEAK is newer. It is pretty popular nowadays. But I don't know it very well, and we haven't gotten like formal training on that, but it is pretty popular nowadays. So again, like I mentioned, using those assessments is a great guide to help you create some programs initially. But of course, it shouldn't be the only thing that you're using to create your programs. I would really recommend, if you are in your grad school program or you're an RBT, to really go ahead and shadow a BCBA using those assessments to familiarize yourself with a variety of assessments, because it is really important. And again, it is a great tool to use to create programs. And personally, myself, like, my company is not like, oh my God, you have to do every single VB-MAP goal, you have to do every single ABLES goal. Not really, so some of the things that I don't target unless a parent requests that because it's important to them, is like the eye contact thing. Really, I think it's more important for the child to be able to communicate using their words and stuff. Eye contact, honestly, I don't even do eye contact all the time. This is a camera, so I have to, but like, it's not that important, and we've changed a lot from traditional ABA. So now we're like growing, we're evolving. So honestly, it's not a big deal if you don't target that goal, in my opinion. The next, and possibly I think the most important one, is direct observation. So of course, when you first meet a child, you're not going to be bombarding them with questions, but as you get to know them and you're pairing, that's why pairing is so important. When you're pairing with that child, you get to know them, you get to see their struggles, you get to see, okay, this is something that he's struggling with. If he's at school, you're like, okay, he's not sitting for more than 2 minutes. Obviously, that can be one of the goals that you create. Let's say you're at the home setting and I don't know, he can't answer a simple question like, what's your name? Like, Like, let's say you went to go meet Johnny in his house for the first time, and you get there and you're like all excited to get to know him, and then you're like, what's your name, to him, and he's just like says nothing. That is an important goal. And honestly, I think that one of the most important goals to teach is personal information. Every single one of my clients has personal information, because I truly believe that you should know your address, your mom's phone number, your caregiver's phone number, your name, your age, your birthday. Those are all very important things. So I think personal information should be a goal for every single child. And again, each year it's their birthday, so you have to teach them their age every time and things like that. So it's definitely important. Like, I really try to think of functional and actual appropriate goals for them based on what I see that they're struggling with. And of course, safety skills are also very important. So making sure, like, for a little bit older kids, know how to cross the street, know how to, even do dishes, if that's something that the parent wants, then of course I add that as well. Last but not least, the way that I create programs is definitely, I've said it a little bit, so if you caught it, good job, but is definitely asking the parents, when you're meeting the parent for the first time, asking them, what is something that you would like your child to do, and I'm not the type of person that is like, feel some type of way if I've had families tell me, I want him to look at me when he's talking to me. Like, I want that to happen. And I'm not a BCBA to tell you that's not important, because it's important to them. We always have to respect what's important to the caregiver, even if it's not really as important to you. But I have created so many programs from just simply having a conversation with the parents and them telling me, like, he struggles with potty training. He struggles to, instead of pointing, tell me what he wants, or he struggles with body parts. Body parts is also something that's very important to me, because teaching the child their body parts can then, when they hurt something, they're able to recognize where it hurts. So I always try to think of, why is this goal important before I even add it? So something else that I think is very important is being able to just tag community locations so they know where they're going. Where are we going? The park. So what is that? The park, and I just give a list of like 10, those are like easy things that you sometimes don't think of, but are very important. I want them to know this is a school, this is a park, this is places that they usually go to, so that they're able to recognize and understand where they are in their environment. One thing I've seen a lot of kids struggle when they're younger, like 3 to 4, is using that third person. Like, they're like, who is that? Or who has the phone, and they're like, Johnny, they call themselves their name instead of saying, like, me, it's me. So even though you don't think that, like, and maybe it's not important to the parent, so don't add it if it's not important, but I really think it's important to kind of know, like, that's me, that self, I don't know, acknowledgement of yourself, So those are different programs, just thinking of the things that I've seen some of my kids struggle. So that is something you can add as well. That is pretty much the end of today's video. I wanted it to be pretty brief, just to show you how I create my programs. Again, there's probably millions of other reasons how I create programs, but I'm just thinking of the main 3 ways that I create my programs for my kiddos. If you want to, something that we can do in a video is definitely create like a mock client, and we can come up with programs that would be great for them. That'll also help you practice. If you're like thinking of being a BCBA, I think practicing creating programs for a mock client is important, and it's not something that I think we did in grad school at all. But if you would like to do that with me, that'd be a great video. But as always, make sure to leave a comment of anything that you want to see, and I'll be happy to answer your comment or your question, or even make a video about it. So I appreciate you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.